What's up, YouTube? Today we're doing a little bit of, I guess, preservation and maintenance. Saw a movie tonight, The Decline of Western Civilization, from the early 80s, about punk rock in LA back in the day. It's pretty good. I mean, yeah, but I had these because they're very thin. It's weird. Something I've noticed is that now that when I put Nux on, I always want to have them in front to protect my knuckles. But these are kind of like fairly bare bones, but you can see like they're tight on me. Like this finger's not loving it. I mean, they're okay. They would work against the face. Anyway. Using a koozie from Gilly's Custom. Friend of the channel, hang on. He makes brass knuckles. Some of the best in my opinion. This is a knife from Very Good Knife Company. This is how I create carbs. Hang on, I don't want to cut myself. It's like a church key, but for people that don't have church keys. The EDC R2V on this, very well done. I haven't had a single issue. I use this thing quite a bit. I carry it basically all the time. All right, so we are going to do our thing. This is from Witch Doctor Zero. It was a blue plate special, meaning it was very inexpensive. I think it was like $50. The edges were not burnished, which is fine. I mean, that's one way to do it. I went ahead and did it because I like how it feels a little better. This buffalo leather is extremely tough. He had said something to that effect. So, I mean, I've kind of been keeping an eye on it as I carry it, and I do carry this quite a bit. And stuff that I thought for sure would leave a mark has not. And I will show you guys. I mean, you can, it's kind of hard to tell that I carry it even. But I mean, to be clear, it does, like, you'll pick up little gouges and then they just kind of go away. It's pretty interesting stuff. I do keep my stuff oiled up because that makes sense to me anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and adjust this. I do enjoy carrying this. It's the classic length. You can see the warhead. Very nice, very well done. Moving along. This is the Precinct 13 by Witch Doctor Zero. Another blue plate special. I carry this one quite often. It's picked up a little bit of wear, but nothing Nothing that isn't like just regular wear. I mean, you carry these things, they're gonna do that. It's part of the fun too. I have pretty much broken this in, and it looks better for it. Not that it looked bad, it just looks, I can just tell that the leather has been, especially on this side, like that. I'll show you, hang on. I don't know if you can see the texturing, but I've really worked it, took it to a couple of shows, like DIY music stuff, to just swing it around, and not at people, just to play with it. And I like it a lot. I think I actually will end up carrying it, but probably with like full-size knocks. But if you, I mean, if I were to hit you with this, it's gonna be lights out. I like the coffin shape there. So this is from Asheville Leathercraft. I don't know if he's still doing it. It's unsprung. It's long. It's got a nice big warhead on it. That glossy look to it. Hang on. And then these last two are from Cory Owens. I will put his stuff below, his like contact stuff. I've carried this quite a bit, and I still carry it. It's a little bit lighter than the rest, but it's, I mean, I don't want to say much faster. It's not like it was, it's somehow, well, it is. Take that back. Being lighter, it is inherently faster. I think I can go ahead and say that, but I'm just saying that it's just a little different. You can really get this thing moving. This is just for me messing around, not hitting it against things or anything. Yeah, these, I get some people are kind of iffy. I would carry at least a single finger knock if I were to carry this, you know, with the other stuff that I carry. Like, I always have the Fang on me. And mace. I get some people in the comments are not understanding. I'll have to show the very kind of, I think they're only like 8 inches of inseam shorts that I wear. All right. And then I haven't carried this one as much, but I actually, obviously this one has reach, but this one had, like, the carryability is very much there. But on this one, I would be sure that you're giving yourself as much leverage as possible, meaning you're gonna want this out because it's pretty light, right? So you're gonna have to generate some speed. But I mean, like, if you take this and tap it against your jaw, even taps like this, like, you're like, whoa, okay. So yeah, I think they're all holding up very, very well. I also, just to be very clear, I break in all my saps. So I'm not one of these people, not there's anything wrong with it, but I don't let, the way I do it, I don't, some people they allow it to break in over time. Whereas I'm gonna take it and play with it and do stuff like this, and see where I end up. This thing is heavy, man. Definitely the heaviest thing on the trash can right now. But as this thing, yeah, granted, I still touch it up with Obanoff's wax. But as this kind of, I get the feeling it was very well oiled when I got it. And believe it or not, that kind of dries out a little bit, as long as you haven't like totally over applied it. And as this kind of dries out, I like it more and more. Like I get, you know, granted, you can't really see the patina on this as much, but it is patinaing. It's just crazy. It's cool to see this happen, because this stuff is tough. Like, I should have taken photos of some of the stuff I thought would be gouges, because it's like, how did that go away? Like, I'm not understanding. The witch doctor did his thing. Cheers. But yeah, this is just getting better and better. I'm gonna make another attempt so you can see, right, like right there. Like, I've stretched this out while I was doing it. I've kept it well oiled. Because I want to keep the fibrous matrix full of oil, I guess. I don't know. You know what I mean. Glad I got, because it is really, I mean, it'll take a little bit longer, but it went from a pretty red, like I don't want to say a true red, because there's so many reds, and I'm not like a color expert, but what was, I would say, close to a true red is getting more and more oxblood like, which is awesome. You can really get this thing moving, by the way. Playing around with this, it's like this obviously, it's that the speed slows down. It's just that when you start to extend it out, like, so obviously you've got it wrapped up like this. I put the knot here to kind of let me index where it's at. But you've got it, and this would work as like, I mean, it's not even that much different than this. You drop it like this. Now it's basically a nunchuck, but when you let it really get out there, like this much space, it's a little bit longer than a nunchuck. And then when you're using all of it, it's almost 2 feet. It's like, I don't know if I would use that in a fight. Well, you know, if somebody was really dancing away from me a lot, I might. But really, you want these things to be felt, not seen. You could use these in more of an attrition role, but I do think the wisdom behind using them as implements of ambush is very sound. Very, very sound. I also, well, this video is getting long. I'll save it for another one. But yeah, so look, if you are one of the folks who watches the channel, isn't really sure if they want to get one of these, they don't know if it's going to be worth it, but they're interested, you know, they like the idea. These things hold up. Granted, I've only carried this a few times, but these things hold up really well. I mean, as long as you take care of them. But even then, I think you'd be hard-pressed to break one unless you just took it and you got to be strong, though, and force it. Because I do stress these a little bit. Not like a ton, but I think these are totally worth it. I get that some people have this idea of like, well, I have a gun. It's like, so you're just going to shoot people? Like, and yeah, if someone deserves to be shot, I'm not saying they shouldn't be. But this idea that, like, you know, a drunken bum lunges at you to try to intimidate you, like, are you going to pull your piece out and then shoot them? Like, that's insane. That's just not how life works, my deuterinos. Not that these are any, I mean, these should be used like they're lethal force in those situations where you're actually fearing for your safety, but I'm just saying that it is what it is. Use your imaginations. But yeah, so where this knot is like right where 2 fingers are at. So then the knots will obviously stop my hand. I've got a ton out there to use, but it lets me index exactly where it's at. And then when I'm training / working with it, I keep playing with it. Like this is a easily replicatable grip because of this. This thing is badass. After playing with it and breaking it in, I have no doubt, like, this is not a novelty thing. If I were to hit you with this in the head, I would honestly be worried about you. Unless you were, like, doing something, you know, super crazy, or you're, like, attacking me with a knife or something. But you know what I mean? Because it's like, whoa. So if I were to use it, I would probably try to swing it up into their jaws, all of these things. But that's the nice thing about impact weapons, you get to choose the amount of force where the force is applied. I like how this got wrinkly. Four big pieces of leather. So yeah, I think that this would go like this. Yep. All right, that's about all she wrote for this one. Thanks for sticking with me to the end. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye now.